the 39 years of the Zelda series, well, existing, we've been, blessed with some really weird bosses. So today I'm gonna look at 4 of, in my opinion, some of the weirdest and most random Zelda bosses. Let's get started. Number 1, Moragia in Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna be honest, it feels a little bit weird putting this one here. I know it does technically count as a boss, however, it is painfully easy. For a boss that is visually really impressive, it really disappoints in the difficulty factor. Moragia appears when Link and Yunobo make their way up to the top of Death Mountain. And as for almost all of the journeys to every dungeon in the game, you are met by a certain mini-boss, if you will. Except for Queen Gibdo, who is the boss. Also, Moragia does take inspiration from Volvagia in Ocarina of Time, so for those reasons, I actually think it's a bit less random than the others. Anyways, back to the actual fight. Moragia is a very, very simple boss. It has you use Yunobo's power to essentially blow up the 3 heads, like how you could use Sidon's power against Sludge-like. You fly around on a glider, shooting the heads, and after about 2 minutes, you're done. Yeah, that's it. Number 2, Bongo Bongo in Ocarina of Time. Bongo Bongo is probably the most recognizable boss on this list, and despite looking very creepy, it's pretty easy, unless you have bad reaction time. Whenever you see any boss with a big glowing eye, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. Shoot it, which is exactly what you do in this fight. The whole thing is quite basic, but that's not the reason why it's on this list. The reason is because of the arena. The whole fight takes place on a giant drum, which makes sense for a boss that is literally named Bongo Bongo. But think about it, the rest of the Shadow Temple has almost no references to any bongos, which to me just seems very weird because, be honest, when you were first playing Ocarina of Time, you probably didn't expect anything like this. Or, I don't know, maybe you did. Number 3, Jala in The Wind Waker. Jala is one of those bosses who is incredibly easy to forget about. In fact, I kinda forgot about him while making this script. The whole purpose of the fight is to use the mirror shield to stun him and then pick him up, throw him against the wall, and then he blows up into a bunch of tiny posts which you have to go around and defeat. The actual fight is pretty fun, but again, really basic. The actual design of the boss is essentially a big Poe with a lamp. And actually, if you look at most other dungeons in Wind Waker, there are tiny versions of the actual boss around every dungeon. And while they might not be called the same, they act pretty alike. For example, the Armos Knights and Godon in the Tower of the Gods. Both have you throw bombs in their mouth, but what's weird about Jala is that the regular Poes are in the actual boss fight as well. Also, it just looks weird. Number 4, Baronade in Ocarina of Time. Baronade is the 3rd boss you encounter in Ocarina of Time. You fight it at the end of Jabu Jabu's belly, and it's called an electric bioelectric anemone. I still don't know how to say it. The point is, it looks weird, and I know I've said that for pretty much every boss on this list, but like, come on. Really, this boss is quite similar to Bylocite, the parasite residing in Levias in Skyward Sword, except Baronade is at the end of a dungeon. To me, it just kinda looks like something that would be in the Metroid franchise, and I'm not really sure if this is the best choice for a boss. The actual fight just consists of dodging lasers and smacking it a bunch, resulting in a very quick fight. All in all, Baronade just kinda gives off that feel that just seems so random. Like, out of everything I was expecting, this was not it. And that's the end. Let me know if you agree with any of mine or if I left out any, and if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. We are so close to 1,000, and if we got there before September, it would be incredible. Thanks for watching, and bye.